Hello everyone, this is Sztygrys. I would like to review the game from IGLO. The black player was Magiczny Michał and the white player was paulolops. It is a game from the group E. It was a very hard game for me because there was no obvious mistakes. All of the mistakes were not really obvious, so a high level game, and I hope I will manage to say something interesting about it. We can see the Sezon opening. It is alright, I like it. Very territorial. And the next Joseki that was played in the lower right also says that black wants to play territory for territory, like this. Double Hane. This is consistent with the move at R17 with the Sezon. It makes sense. There was a time I also liked to play this style very much, just to take the corners, the territories, and let your opponent worry about making territory on the sides, and to make some moyo maybe. This is normal approach. The old Joseki would be to play something like this, which is alright. This is also okay, and white has a lot of different options. This is one of the options. It's good. The other would be Hane, which is a bit risky, and it is hard to manage this fight after the cut. So probably we should not play this move lightly. And the last one, which is maybe not really obvious, is the Q17. Usually we don't play moves like this because we have the shape from the Joseki, but when white has the move, if white has the move, it is very important to play this exchange, and then we can play away. But if we don't have this exchange and we play away, then Hane is strong, and after white's Hane, black can double Hane, and it is severe. But also playable in this situation, so it could be played. In the game white extended, it is alright, and black jumped, and jump is more or less okay. But more usual is the keima from this side and from this side. And why do we want to play the keima and not jump higher? Like this is on the third line, so it is more. We want to have more. But now white has a good move at Q17, and this move requires an answer. If we don't answer, then white can just play this sequence here, 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 and cut, and it is not easy to answer this cut even if we don't have a ladder, and if white has a ladder, it's very good for white. The alternative is this sequence, which is also good for white. Like this we can play away. It is big to play S18, but we don't have to play it right now. We can just play away, and this sequence is also good for white. So the important thing is that now we should play something, and this is similar to the Joseki in different way. If let's say white had this Hoshi move, and there was invasion like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, and white played away, black will never make this exchange and play away because of the reasons I said, like this move is very strong. We can play away now, but we never play away after this exchange. This exchange is good for white if black wants to play away. We don't want to have this exchange. And in the game, like this is a situation when white can play R14 anytime, so we should not leave it. We should not play away because white can get this, and it is good for white. Black played away, and white went to R18. Black connected. It is still okay for white, but it would be better if white managed to play like this. This would be the best, or like this. Anyway, black connected, while white can play away. Now white played the double Hane variation, the double Hane Joseki, which is a bit strange, but okay. White did not have the strategy to take points, but I think it is playable. This exchange is okay, and f2 immediately. I think it is too fast. We should remember that in this situation, this move is very strong and very nice. It can help create something on the left side, because of the edges with these stones like this. So, for example, if white just answer, then black can push white sometimes, and white needs to answer. We cannot play Hane or double Hane because there is this edge with this move. Also, if white doesn't answer, the next move is also center, and white needs to come back somehow like this or like this, and even then black can get even more. So the move at d6 is very powerful and nice. And if we play f2 too soon, white can answer, and now the d6 move is not so great. If black plays here, we can even play double Hane, try to play double Hane. So it is not so severe. And there is no reason to play f2 now. Like we don't need to rush. We can just extend on the side. Right? This is the extension from black group and the limitation of white's influence. This is good. And later maybe we can play the f2 move if we want. But if white just answer and somehow protect it, like this is also okay because it is slow. We don't need to play the f2 move immediately. Anyway, there was this exchange, and black play here. It would be probably better to play here at once, as I said earlier. There is some moves that aim at limiting black territory and maybe creating something in the center. We will see it later. But the move at n3 has some weaknesses, and the most obvious, maybe not obvious, but strong weakness is this one, connected with maybe this exchange first and here. It is kind of hard to answer to this. It is a bit difficult to answer. For example, if black play like this, here, 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 and it looks like black does not have enough liberties. So black needs to be very careful, and this is probably the reason why the computers did not like the n3 free move. Even the move at this move that don't have this weaknesses is not really great, because there is not a lot of territory here. So probably it was better to just play away. In the game, white exchanged and played elsewhere. Like the plan is to create something on the right side, and white will get this probably more or less in center if we connect it with the move here. Then like this, maybe. At least this will be center, so it is easy to create something on the right side. For now, black played s18. It is very, very big move. Very big move. It doesn't look like a very big move, but it is. It gives points, and it gives eyes for black, so very important move. White kicked and play m17, also right. Some of the moves could be better here, but those are very small mistakes, so I will try to focus on the main mistakes. Okay, in the end there is this exchange, but still there is this weakness at O2, and this weakness is not so bad for black. We will say later what can happen here. What can happen here. For now, white will live on the upper side, black will split, and there is a very risky attack. Like we would like to say something about this move, because this move is very bad on points. White just connects, and black could take the stone. Like this, for territory, it is much better to take. This move is for attack, so we sacrifice territory for attack, and every time when we sacrifice territory for attack, we should be very sure about our attack, because if it will not work, we'll just lose points. So if it was well read, then you can play something like this, but you need to be aware of the risk. And the risk is that if the attack will not be successful, then we just lost points. There are some weaknesses, but in the end, white managed to connect and get the I in center. We got S19, which also takes points and make black group weaker. And white is alright. White is alright. The game is more or less even. Now black tries to reduce white's potential, which makes sense. This is one of the most interesting places, and some would be curious why would not black play like this and cut. This cut looks powerful. And now we have to come back to the weaknesses. Let's say white will play this, and probably black will answer like this. And after some, or maybe not like this, maybe like this. So the important thing is to see that there is some liberty problems. Maybe not this way. Wait. Which way? Maybe like this. Not like this. Where was it? Okay, let's assume white has the move like this and now play like this. Then probably white will black will need to come back, and there is a possibility to connect like this. So we have a very big continuation, and I think white could have just play like this and see what happens. Like if black play here, there should not this move should be centered. There should not be any cut, and in the game there really should not be any cuts. Like black is risking a lot by playing O5. White played this. This is big. Okay. In the end, white connected here. Maybe this connection was too soon. Like without this connection, black can cut. If white plays elsewhere, then maybe this cut may be difficult because this group is not alive yet. But we can always protect the cut in an active way. If we, for example, play something from this group like this, then still black can cut, but this cut is no longer so interesting, and it hurts black. And this is a very common situation. Like if there is a cut, and we are able to make the cut not interesting, it is usually better to make it less interesting than connect, because connection does not give you any points at all. And the move here may be more useful. Like in this game, there is some potential for points if white cut like this, but but still it is probably better to play actively, because we want to attack those stones somehow. And anyway, black will never cut this because it is not interesting anymore. In the game, white play here, and black got to play from the weak group. Decided to play this way. It is a bit strange. I would play just like this and it would be okay. Okay. Now it is some kind of fight. And I think in this fight white was very focused on attacking the group, and this group is not easy to attack. Usually when there is a group on the board that is weak and we want to attack it, we need to have a plan. Where would the profit be? Because we will not kill these stones. It is not possible. So if we don't kill them, we need to get some profit, and it is hard to see where white will get profit if white attack like this. Like white plays move that are not getting any points. This is no points, no points, no points. It maybe makes the group here stronger, but we had this idea of playing here, and this idea was very good to protect the cat, so white is fine. And the problem is that white did not get any points and black got some points. Like this is a move that gets points. So maybe the idea was that black will protect and then we can press and take points, but black was smarter than this and just took the points, and we are not still able to attack the group properly to make something happen. By the way, there is a very big move that both players are ignoring, and this move is F18, or the invasion at C17 for black. That should probably be played immediately. Let's say now white stopped black from going this way, but still did not get any points. And now black invaded C17, which was very big. I think after this move of whites that were not taking a lot of points, black caught up, and it is more or less even game. This invasion at C17 is very, very nice. And now it is important that we don't have a life locally, so we need to cut like this and try to make something happen. And this should probably look something like this. And maybe black will leave, maybe black will manage to cut off white like this with this move. Like, of course, we first need to play like this. It is a difficult situation, but promising for black. This way, black tried to leave, but it is not alive anymore, and white will just protect the cat. First, make this exchange and protect the cat. And now it is very, very nice Sumego that we have in the corner. Is black able to leave? In the game, black played here, and it looks like locally it is not alive. We can see that we can kill it like this. Here, 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 here. It is locally dead, but lucky for black, black has this cut. And this cut is really annoying. Let's say white will play like this, and something like this. It works for white, but black can always cut. And there are some liberty problems. Like this, white has to kill like this, and there is this connection underneath. So even though locally black isn't alive because of the age of the cat, it is alive. This is why white should have played solidly, the solid connection like this. By the way, black also made some mistakes. Like the good move to play was here, and after connection, now this is alive. locally, but this is locally not alive. So there was a bad move. The moves were played in bad order. Like this is bad because after white d13 there is no way to leave locally, and after this there is a way to leave locally, and this is it. This is connected to the agi of cat, and it makes black alive. Very interesting Tsumego. I was very surprised to see this nice sequence. Anyway, we play on, and white has a bit of an advantage, but not very big. Black came back, and as we could see, it was alive, and I think still it is alive because of this cut. So probably it is too soon to come back. We can just play something on the side that is big, and the black would have a chance. After this, it was an advantage for white, so it will be hard to win. There was this sequence we talked about, and white got the center move here. This is center because if black doesn't answer, we play like this, and it's dead. So it was indeed center. Maybe it is too late to play this. Maybe we should play it earlier, but still. Para. Oh, and maybe the last remarks. There was this move, interesting move. Black should probably play like this, but black play like this, just to threatening to cut, and connected here. And now it was a mistake because it looks like black is dead after this move. This looks bad, and after this white can play like this, and it looks dead. For example, if black now will try to cut, we just play Atari, we play like this, and this is not a ko. White can play like this, and this is also not a ko because white can play like this. So it just looked dead. Fortunately for black, white played differently, play like this, and now there is a sequence to leave. This one, if white will try to kill, then or maybe it is still dead. What happened? If white play like this, oh, it is still dead. Good to know. I was sure it was not dead, but it was dead. White play like this, and now black lived, so it was lucky for black. But in the end, black got overconfident and died on the left side, which ended the game. We have to play like this to live. It's the only play that is possible. Very interesting game. I hope you learned something from it. I hope both of the players will play in IGLO in the next season, and I hope they have a lot of interesting games. I will do a quick recap. I almost forgot. Now, it is very important that we don't play Tanuki in this situation. We need to add a move like this or something else. Otherwise, there is this sequence: hip, 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 which is a bit too easy for white. Here, the move F2 is too soon. We want to play this move someday, maybe. So if we play this exchange, it will not be so big anymore. We can play it later. We can just play here now. Oh, and this move. We should be always maybe not afraid, but cautious about moves like this, because they lose points. If the move is losing points, we should play only if we are sure that it is working, it is killing the white group, or maybe making a big attack on it somehow. In this game, we were not able to do a big attack. We connected some stones, but white is fine, and we lost some points. And the base for the group on the right also. Oh, this is the important point. Very often when there is a cut, we don't want to connect it directly. We want to make it less interesting, because connecting is usually not worth any points. So like this, we can play just from this group to attack the 3 black stones, and black will not cut it, because he would die probably. So it is usually better to play like this than to connect directly. Oh, and when we are attacking some stones in the center, we always need to think about the profit that we are going to get, or we plan to get. Sometimes it is very hard to see the profit, and if we don't see a profit at all, we can just play away a big move, or prepare attack on this group somehow. Maybe just play on the right side, and if we get some stones, then we can make it bigger by attacking the group, getting some stones in this area. In the game, white just separated, and black got out, and there was no point for white from the attack. So, and the last interesting situation is the upper left corner. We should always try to cut. This cut makes black leave much easier. And this, although locally it is not alive, white needs to be cautious and play like this to kill it. Then it is not alive locally. In the game it was alive, and I think black came back too soon for the group, which was the nail in the coffin, or the last mistake. Thank you. Take care.